Welcome back to Weekend Smile. Founded in 2012 by Fabian M. Thomas, who is also its artistic director, visual and performing arts, Tribe Sankofa is celebrating its 10th anniversary. And one of its celebrating acts was creating and screening the documentary Hair So Black Hair here in Jamaica. Good morning, Fabian. How are you? Welcome to Weekend Smile.
I'm good. I'm giving thanks. I'm good and I plan to be better.
Oh, awesome stuff. Now, this is the 10th anniversary of Sankofa.
Yes.
How has the company grown since its inception, and of course the impact it's had on Jamaica?
Well, I have to pinch myself that it's been 10 years.
10 years already?
I'm really grateful. 10 years of growth. I didn't think it would be this long, honestly. So we've gone from being known mostly for spoken word to now being I call us an all-inclusive company. We do spoken word, poetry, we do drama, we do dance, and original work. And this has been a beautiful thing. We built a following. We have a serious set of followers. And we're a unique group. We have a particular niche. We call Quilt Performing Arts Company like our spirit group, because we do a lot of non-traditional type of work, not necessarily always feel good, but when the audience comes, they get a visual experience and a visceral experience.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all the tribals who have taken the journey, some who have come and gone. And looking forward to another 10 years.
Looking forward to another 10 years. A part of your anniversary celebrations was the screening of a documentary.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's it called again?
It's called Hair So.
Hair So.
Black hair here in Jamaica.
Hair So, black hair here in Jamaica.
Yes.
Why that topic?
Well, you know, it's been prominent. It's been in the news, not in Jamaica a lot, the policing of black hair.
Yeah.
And so we'll have conversations at rehearsals, in meetings, and they say, you know what? Let's do an exploration. We weren't sure that it would be a documentary. And then we said maybe some spoken word pieces, but as we got deeper, did some research and talked to other people, we said, no, man, this could be a documentary. And it's been really, really interesting, powerful, painful, revelatory about how many people have what we are now calling hair stories.
Okay.
So from school, and you know, we've seen it in the news in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it's a policing of a particular kind of hair. If you have a straighter kind of hair,
you can let it out.
The rules don't apply.
Yeah, you can let it out.
You can even change the color. But other people 1 inch. But also things like your mother licking you with a comb because your head tough. Or somebody burning you with a hot comb because you wouldn't sit still. So some of the hair trauma that came out in our interviews, and even men around, your head tough, no one not gonna want to, or boarded, all these names. Then a thing that hit us, and we started to ask ourselves, did anybody teach us how to care for our black hair?
Okay.
No. We just assume say, you know.
What we've been seeing now, especially because, you know, we have all these wigs and weave companies coming out, and you can buy any kind of hair that you want, any type, any kind of texture. So sometimes they call it like the C4.
Yes.
So they're like, oh, well, you know, this is a product for C4 here. You know, it will make sure that it's manageable, and you know, you can do more things with it. You can style it a little bit better. You know, it will enhance.
We're learning that as adults. We're not taught it as kids.
As kids.
What does black hair need? That's a 4C, coily. It like moisture. And what kind of moisture? Water. So some black people here, when water touches it, it shrinks.
Yeah.
But our hair loves moisture. So even that, like, true, nobody said, here's how you look after your black hair. Worse if is your hair thick or thin.
Yeah.
So those things came out in the conversation as well, but also the sense of selfhood, how you feel.
How you feel about it, yeah.
One of the things that comes in the document is every ear is good ear.
Okay.
Your hair is beautiful, how it goes to your scalp.
I should actually ask you this, Fabian. Did you find that a lot of persons, once they were exiting, I'd say their childhood years and going more into like teenage years and adulthood, they wanted to get rid of it? And it was just since the other day that we have been embracing it more and say, I want to keep and maintain my natural hair.
What we found is that for older people, especially older women, it was almost automatic.
Okay, as you touch teenager.
Now we find out that the younger girls are saying, no, I like my hair the way it is. And even though they're giving me a problem and I can't shiny bump it, I love my hair. And that was interesting in terms of societally and culturally, it was automatic back then, press and perm. And even for the men used to conk their hair to make it lay flat. But now there has been a step towards embracing and loving your hair. And we wanted to celebrate that as well. Not just the lament, but the celebration of black hair.
Of it over the years.
Yes.
How did you find your role as a director on this project?
Wow, it was interesting, it was beautiful, it was challenging, like what to put in, what not to put in, what things resonated with me. I shared something about somebody who I have had locks twice. And I call her my hair whisperer, Miss Clark. She's no longer with us on this earthly plane, but she delighted in the care of black hair. And pulling on those things for me and then putting it together was a wonderful thing. So last night's the screening was a rough cut.
Yeah,
we're going to sort it out.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a proper screening, and we want to take it around, tour it, and have conversations in schools and share some things with people to get this conversation going.
Yeah, in terms of you know, learning anything new about our hair culture as black people, or even affirming some of your assumptions and confirming them as well. Did you find that happening as your role as a director?
Yes. Yes. So listening to people and some stuff that came up from me and then talking to other people. There's a Jamaican woman who lives in the States now who has a company that's dedicated to the care of locks. Her segment was really wonderful because she talked about her own journey of having straightened hair. And her daughter saying, I want my hair to be like yours.
Wow.
And her feeling like, wow. So she went natural after that. So yeah, a lot of revelations, but also in the current landscape are young people, the way they feel about being told your hair is not accepted for school. Or you go for a job, you have to do something with your hair. It's just, it's distracting.
You have to tame it.
And people, and people start to internalize that. It's about value and selfhood. That we have an original song that Zara Warner wrote, and it's called My Hair, My Crown. And we're really excited about that as well.
Yes. Before we wrap, Fabian, what was the feedback like for the screening? Because you mentioned that it took place. What was that feedback like?
It was very positive, and it was wonderful how things happen that you think are bad. So there's a major glitch with the editing, and I had to frantically fix some things, and I was late. I was over an hour late, and my tribals hosted a discussion about hair. So the room was warm, people were very gracious, loved it, really said they think it's really important and that they're looking forward to us taking it on the road. We want to shop it around at festivals as well. So the response so far has been
great.
You're onto a great thing, and we want to see more.
How can we find out more information if we want to catch the documentary, if we want to view it? You know, how can we reach you, Fabian?
So social media platforms, Tribe Sankofa or Fabian M. Thomas. Any social media platform.
And we can reach you, we can find out how we can view the documentary.
And we'll be promoting it as well.
Fabian, thank you so much for joining us this morning to tell us about our hair, my hair, or hair story right here in Jamaica. Thank you so much. All right, so now performing My Hair from Our Hair Story, here is Dania Brown of Tribe Sankofa.